Hello Tulip fam, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a toca edit tutorial. It's going to be super easy and the only app you'll be needing is Ibis Paint. It is available on both App Store and Play Store, so no worries. And if you are a beginner in Ibis Paint, it's going to be super easy for you, so even if I include some steps you don't know how to do, I will explain them throughout the video. So sit back, get some popcorn, and relax. So first of all, you're going to go into boca, paint one of your walls green in your houses, and make sure to choose a face emoji because it'll make your edit way more cute. You can pick any. I'm going to be picking the laughing emoji because everybody used that, and then just screenshot your image. Make sure to keep your character always on the green. So this is the first step. Now let's hop into Ibis Paint X. Now that you've imported your background image in Ibis Paint, it's really easy by the way. Just press the little plus icon and press import image. So you'll be greeted with the layers button in the bottom right. At the bottom right, you're going to click the little camera icon in the layers area to import your character. So make sure to do that. So now you'll be greeted with this screen right here where you can enlarge your character or smallen it depending on how you want it. As you can see, a layer has been added because we added our character, so that's another separate layer. So to remove the green background, you're going to go to the bucket, which is right on the left, and click the eraser icon because that's how you're going to erase the background. Instead of bucketing the background and making it a whole nother color, you're going to erase it. So then you're going to want to click on your character background and the background will be removed. But as you can see, there are these little green things across the sidelines. I don't know if you can see them, like these over there. So you're going to want to erase them with the bucket again. This is really important. Make sure to clean them up. By the way, you can go to the eraser tool that is on the left and just erase it easier because the bucket tool takes a while. So just do that for all the sides, including the bottom, because it'll be really important. Okay, so now that you're done with that, good job by the way, you're going to want to move some limbs. Don't get freaked out by that. I mean, just move the character body. Like, look, you can move the hand to go upper or higher, or the legs, or the other arm, or any type of thing. So click on lasso on the sidebar right there, and lasso the place you want to move. So here's a quick tip. So you should lasso it correctly, not like this, how I'm doing it right now. This is just an example. Not like that, because when you try to move it, look, it'll just move that part, and we do not want that. So just press undo. You're going to want to lasso it correctly and slowly. I cannot stress this enough, be really careful while lassoing. I know it sounds weird, because you can either just move literally one part, like a flap of skin, let's say, and it'll be really annoying to fix that afterwards, because after you've done the stroke and everything, if you mess something up. So to move it, you're going to want to press that little cross in the layers tab, or in the bottom right, and just move it around with that little arrow. You can enlarge the body part, but it will seem weird, especially if you don't do it with an arm, because if you just enlarge the leg once it's twisted to the right, let's say, it'll look really weird. After you've moved it, you'll see there's this little line around the hand. So you're going to go into the layers, and there's this thing called a selection layer. Press on that layer, so you're on that layer currently, and go to eraser. Just press the eraser button on the left tab, and just enlarge your little pen, and start erasing that blue stuff. So when you go back to your character layer, all that stuff will be gone. But now, we're missing half an arm actually, so we're gonna need to draw that on. So long press on the skin color, or any color you want, long press on it, and now you'll have that color in your tab right now. You'll be having it and to draw with. I don't really know how to explain it. I mean, you can draw with that color now because you've equipped it, let's say. So it's right over here. So now just color the whole thing just how I am doing it. Do it really carefully until it looks like how you want it to be. So now we're gonna need to fix up the outline, so just long press on the black and have the exact black. You know, just freehand it. There's no reason to add a special stroke and automate it. It's really easier. Now, once you're done, it'll look something like this, depending on which limb you chose to do. I chose the arm, so if you did the arm too, it'll be like this. But if you chose to move the leg or something, it really depends on what shoe your character is wearing, on what type of pants, long pants, shorts, skirt. So yeah. You can just fix up any details that you want to fix up. You can undo them if you made a mistake. Yeah, that's basically it. Also, heads up, if you want to move a hand, pants, or anything, make sure something is not covering that hand or something is not behind that hand. Like if hair is behind the hand and you want to move it all, I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. Or you could just try to erase it with the clicker. I don't know. This is basically how it should look by now. Alright, so the next step is like totally optional. You can add a stroke if you want to. On MS Paint, there's actually an effect that adds a stroke for you, so you don't need to go around and do it, because I know it's really hard to do it. But yeah. And that's like Procreate. This effect does not exist, so yeah. So you're going to want to go onto the left where it says effects, just an F and X, and just scroll through effects. You can find tons of effects that you'd like mosaic, which makes it pixel art, but I don't think you really want that. But whatever, it's up to you. Yeah, just search for the stroke that says outer only, not both, because as you can see here, it looks a little raggedy, and I just don't like the look myself, but you can choose it if you want to. Also, this means that it's like both an outer and inner stroke. Like in the video right now, as you can see, I can put it towards inside and hide a little more of the stuff. And yeah, it's a little raggedy, so I don't really like it, but you can choose any one you want. So I'll just speed run me looking for the stroke. Also hi again, but as you can see, I have a little black dot around. It's probably because I didn't erase one spot well from the little outline it left. So yeah, we'll fix that soon though. So now you're just gonna wanna change the stroke color to white, preferably, because that's what everybody uses, and it makes it pop out more than black. But you can do anything you want. I think I'll make it a little thinner though, because it was a little bit too thick. So now as you can see, it's still a little jaggedy, so you can just go color pick the black and fix it around a little bit. So basically, it doesn't really take a while, so I do it, but we're also going to be erasing the little dot on the bottom that we left out earlier.
And just like that, you've been blocked.
So the next step is optional, but I would suggest doing it because it adds a more three-dimensional effect, but it's shading. I know a lot of people don't do it, but I prefer to in my thumbnails and my toca edits. So anyways, you're going to want to go to the magic tool up on the left and click on the place you want to do it. And now heads up, because in a lot of places it might not work and it might glitch off a little bit like that. Like look, it left that little box, but you can click on it, but it'll still leave some kind of mark. But in more visible places that there's something else, I think it'll work that way. Like on toca skin, it works really well. But what this does, it basically just like makes it not go out of the surrounding area, I guess. I'm sorry, I still don't know how to explain this. It just doesn't go out of the box, I guess. It's basically the same thing that happened with the limb moving. Again, sounds weird, but still. It just doesn't go out, and you can only move that part, let's say, to move the limb and then draw over it. But anyways, to do the shading, you're going to want to long press on the skin again, and then go to your color tab and like make it slightly darker, really slightly darker, not like to the black all the way, like I'm doing it on screen. And then, as you can see, it's a darker color. So you're going to want to smallen your brush and do the thing that I'm doing on screen and just move it around the face to seem like it's shading. But then again, if you have added cheeks, you're going to want to erase them by long pressing on the normal skin color and erasing them like I'm doing it on screen. I mean, you can go on and make the cheeks darker where the shading is, but it really takes a lot of time and I would rather not do it. So now you're going to want to go to the selection layer again to erase those little lines again, and basically do the same thing that we did for the lasso and just like erase it like that. Now you're going to want to do this to every part you think it's correct. If you want to stay only on the face, you can do that totally, but I'm going to do it on more places because as I said, it adds a more three-dimensional effect. Now you're going to want to do this to every part you think it's correct. If you want to stay only on the face, you can do that totally, but I'm going to do it on more places because as I said, it adds a more three-dimensional effect. So now when you're done, it'll look something like this. Good job, by the way, you made it this far. But you can also change the clothing, like make it black or something, the jeans, change the shirt color, I guess. It's a little hard though, like I did in my last Blackpink video where I changed the complete outfit. It was really difficult though. Anyway, so now you can add a little background blur or background effect. Like you could just go back to the effects and scroll until you see the blur icon down in the thing, and you can choose for what radius you want it. I would suggest Gaussian blur because I don't really ever use a zooming blur and I don't really like how it looks, but you can use it, depends on your opinion. Now here's the last step I would suggest, but it's also optional, but I would really suggest it because it makes your character pop, is a drop shadow. I mean, it really helps, as you can see. To not blend in with the background, especially if your character has similar colors to the background, but it's your opinion. So I think that we're done now. You can just edit the drop shadow a little bit, but anyways, bye guys!